All right, guys, Anthony, Super Service. Got Houston Excavating. Let me pull the key out. I did start it and bring it in here, and it's smoking pretty freaking bad. There's a quick shot. 4 was pretty high, 7. It's yeah. So we're gonna do a bubble test real quick. Hang on, because it's smoking bad, like an injector's overfueling, but the line graph wasn't showing what we normally see on an overfueled injector. So let's just see what happens. Hang on. Okay, inside the fuel bowl we got a little bit of rusting, a little bit that looks like water and fuel. We'll see what happens. I don't know, because if there's water in the fuel and that caused an injector tip to crack, well then, I'm going to suggest to replace all the injectors, because any of them could be subjected, any of them could crack at any time if one cracked. And it could be because of water in the fuel, because the water does not have any lubrication, has no lubricity to it. It actually can chew away at where the spindle and the nozzle, where the plunger goes into the nozzle. It can tear some stuff up, break an injector tip off and bounce around in the cylinder. So our plan of attack right now is do a bubble test. Let's see if that fails. If it doesn't fail, we're gonna pull glow plugs. All right, hang on. So let's go ahead and fill this up. All right, we filled up the bowl. We try to hold it so the screen doesn't shake. All right, go for it. Yep. Whoa. Okay. All right. So now what we're gonna do? I've got these little caps. Yep. Look at that. All right. So probably cracked injector. Now, if it is a cracked injector and we got from water in the fuel, you need to really think long and hard about replacing them all, or just have your eyes open for it to start smoking again and then tow it to, a cracked injector will take an engine very, very fast. And if it's a broken tip on an injector, this engine's already gone. There's a little bit of blow by, but it still should run. The way it cranks over, it's a little, let's see what the numbers tell us. Hang on. Okay, guys, so I might act like I did it, but Darian did actually. We got some plugs. Take the fuel line loose, so there is now no fuel going to the driver's side bank, which also means there's no air potentially coming back. We need more. So let's fill this up a little more. Hang on. All right, got it filled up. Don't mind those bubbles there. Now, there's the only bank that is connected to this bowl now is the passenger side bank. Now, there is a little chance in hell that both banks will be screwed up, but we might go ahead and test them both. But here we go. I did it. Oh my God, look at the blowback coming out. Okay. All right, so it's definitely coming from the passenger side. Now, is it even worth checking the driver's side too? Because I guess we could, just to be thorough. All right, I don't care. Let's do it. All right, guys, here we go. We hooked up the driver's side head right there. This line right here, we hooked that up, and then down here, we've got that side blocked off. That's a plug right there. So what we should see now is no bubbles. And listen for the crank, how it cranks. Let's listen for it to be uneven. Look how glossy. Let's see if you can see it. See how glossy that is? A little bit of oil is normal, but the puffing that comes out of there, did we check the oil? Is it full? We need to check the oil and see how full. Let's just check this real quick. Go for it. Go. All right, so passenger side bank. Yeah, so now we could switch this back around. Actually, we already did it, so we can hook up all the fuel lines. Who cares? We know that side's good. And we need to pull a glow plug out at a time. We'll pull number 3 glow plug out. When we pull that glow plug out, the bubbles should go away. That means it's number 3 cylinder, so hang on. All right, it's way full on oil. It's about 3/4 of an inch. I don't know if you can see that. About 3/4 of an inch up the stick. So what we gotta do, I mean, we might just suck some out of it or just drain the freaking oil. So I think I'd rather just drain the freaking oil, which we'll see. All right, this is how much extra we had. Not a whole lot. Probably, I don't know, who knows, 3 quarts maybe or something. I don't know. All right, guys, here's number 3. Turn the flash on. We got the number 3 out right there. All the rest of them in. That glow plug wire's broke. Very good sign is that the glow plug is actually in one piece and all still there. So that's freaking awesome. All right, here we go. We got cylinder number 3. Only watch it because it's probably going to blow some stuff out of there. Hey, actually, let's get a towel over that. Hang on. All right, now we got number 3 glow plug out. So if number 3 is the offending injector, there should be no bubbles. If there are still bubbles, we need to keep taking glow plugs out on that side until the bubbles go away. And then we really need to, okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Here we go. Go for it. A little more. Okay. All right, good deal. Let's get a compression test and let's see what kind of compression we're getting in that cylinder. Okay, so just to double check here, got a mechanical gauge hooked up into number 3 cylinder. And we're gonna see what we see. I mean, 400 is a healthy engine. I mean, 320, 350 we could ride with. We'll do about 7 strokes. We want about 7 pumps up to get to maximum is about what we want, to get pretty high. And then max out would be about 13 strokes. We'd like to see it not move up a bunch. I don't know, let's just see what happens. Okay, the PSI is in the very middle. Actually, I just got this compression gauge. It's not my other one. Let's see what happens. All right, hit it. Oh, stop. I just got it. Obviously, I didn't have it on all the way. Hang on. Okay, if it blows off anymore, I might go get my old one. The old one has cracked glass, but let's see if this one blows off. But at least it built enough compression to blow that off, so hopefully that means that we've got decent cylinder here. All right, try it again. Okay, so we're at. All right. Okay, we got about 375, and then after about 7 strokes, it hit. What did it hit? Probably 325 or 320. Maybe 330. So it's not a completely healthy cylinder, but it also is not a dead cylinder. So you know what, I mean, we could go ahead and put new injectors in it, or I've got known good used injectors. We could throw a used injector in it and make sure that the engine's healthy. And you know, I mean, maybe run a new injector for a week or 2 or something, and then decide if the engine is healthy enough, then throw injectors in it. Because I would probably push, I mean, whatever conditions caused this injector tip to crack, if it was cracked, we'll know when we pull it out. But if this tip is cracked, then whatever conditions caused it to crack, every other injector in the truck was subjected to the same conditions. So this is a 550, so it could have delaminated tank, it could have had a delaminated tank. Low fuel pressure caused the tip to crack, water and fuel, you know, so I mean, we can go either way. We could just put I mean, what I would probably push would be to throw a used number 3 injector in it, let it ride, see how it works. Now, unless we want to just go ahead and say heck with it and replace the bank, or replace the whole replace all 8 of them, whatever, we can do whatever. But if this was my truck, I mean, granted, you lose the labor, you know, so it's the labor and the time in the shop. So if you want to go ahead and put new on this side, or just do the new number 3, or put a used number 3, or do a full set, everything's on the table, doesn't matter. We can do whatever you want to do. But Right now, at least the cylinder is not dead, which that is freaking nice. It's always nice because, I mean, we're back up building engines, so it's freaking awesome. It does leak like a mother, though. It's all kinds of wet everywhere. The oil pan is disgusting. Look down there. It's leaking like a mother. So I'm gonna go ahead and call that done. We went through and basically showed mechanically how you can check for you know, a cracked injector tip, overfueling injector, whatever you want to call it. But all that, it's definitely number 3, and so now it's up. Yank the valve cover off. Let's go. All right, guys, have a good day.